hear us, but we can hear him. Okay, cool. Yes. Yes, we can. Yes. Yes, we can. We've been able to hear you. Sure. Did you need that chair? Pooh Bear. I don't know. I thought we were supposed to start at 11. Is that still correct? I imagine. Now, did you just want to alternate doing these spiels for the floats, or how did you want to do it? Oh, I saw Phalanx was. Do we have a feed into the speakers this year? Guys, do you know? Because I know in years past that was an issue where we could never hear like the group singing or Strickwarda's speech if we weren't plugged into the speakers. Do you know if we are? I don't even know if they have graphics up and running because they said they're using a different computer. Okay, well that's smart. That's smart. That's an easy thing to do. But just like for the live stream to be able to hear Strickwarda and the singers and stuff. Cool. Oh no, no, that's fine. No, as long as the live stream can hear it, I don't care. We're gonna be able to hear it here just fine. I just remember that was a problem in years past. Hi, Olivia! Oh my gosh! I saw that. Can you hear us? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us? Awesome, Zach. I can hear that buzz as well. Here. Is your light on?
We're not going to be tossing to Sarah. Kara with a K?
Hey.
With a T.
Oh,
yes.
T. All right.
Hi, good. Up on the stream? That would be a little awkward.
Okay.
Oh, hi guys. Nice to see you. I'm just.
You want to go every
I'm
other
just
and
here
then
talking to
mix in
Zach.
trivia? When do you...
now in your headset if I'm talking?
I can't hear you at all.
I can't hear you either. Zach, can you hear us? Zach, we can't hear each other in our headsets.
I mean, we can just yell loud enough to hear each other.
I'm listening. I thought Zach told us we were supposed to be able to hear each other, just so like...
I don't know. I mean, the Blue Jay.
If Phalanx doesn't do Brown Eyed Girl, I'll be severely disappointed.
Same. And they have to do it serenading somebody. That is how it goes.
Just bring Carl out to the front of the
It is not
table.
Brown Eyed Girl without pure embarrassment.
Well, Bryce has been doing it in the past few years, and he's been so awesome.
Bryce is a queen. He's sassy, classy, fabulous. If we could bring him into Melika, we would. Alrighty. So I'm guessing, are we looking here, or are we just... It is hot already. I thought it was going to be cold this morning.
I'm surprised at how warm it's got.
Yeah, the meteorologists are like, yeah, come November, it's going to be terrible. I'm like, no. I still think it's weird when, like, friends are.
Which one should I be turning up?
Whichever ear you're not.
Ooh.
I can hear you.
I hear Andy on the right. Ready?
I guess so.
Oh, I can't wait for this to start. Oh my goodness.
Once
and I also gotta like stop playing with that.
point.
I'm gonna be like sitting on one of my hands, be like, don't touch it. Oh my goodness.
I've only ever done one other parade broadcast, and that was with Kristen for the holiday parade last year.
Oh.
Right? It was so much fun. We had a blast.
Oh. Oy, oy, oy. But hey, I just love seeing how everybody's like lining up. Like I never knew how big of a parade this was. So, yay. I was normally asleep or at the Lex game. Hi.
What's up?
Oh, wonderful.
So it's gonna stay up there forever then?
Yes, forever on the internet.
What have you been up to? Oh, that's exciting. Very cool. Wish you the best of luck, man.
Yes. Oh, there he is.
Wait, is it live?
Oh, thanks.
It's great to come back and hear so many awesome things from so many awesome
But you're
people.
doing some fantastic things as well. So,
Teaching PE is awesome.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
I mean, hey, you're teaching the youth that's coming up. You are teaching future generations.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Well, looks like we're starting up ahead now, too. So,
Scared?
probably
I
going to
know,
hear that
so,
homecoming address just
I'm a
shortly.
little scared being out here with the cars coming, so we're going to try and brave it for you. But welcome to the 23rd Annual Elizabethtown College Homecoming Parade. So can we
What else? ECTV is also here. They are live streaming the event. So if you have any friends, relatives that might or couldn't make it but still want to watch, you can go to the ECTV-40 Facebook page to live stream the parade.
Excellent. All right. So with that said, really, really important thing, bathrooms. Bathrooms right over there in Zug. I recommend the stall to the left for the guys.
We don't know about the women's, yeah.
We don't know about the women's. So that being said, we do have a ton. You should be so pumped because we're going to give away the cars that are actually going to be going through in the parade today. Some amazing Corvettes.
I don't know about that, Chris.
We're not?
Nope, we're not giving away cars.
Oh. Well, we're not going to give away any cars, but we
certainly hope you'll be clapping, or even if you're home, clap at home. Why not?
Well, it's so awesome to even have the Blue Jays who aren't here to be able to participate with that live stream and all that trivia that's coming up. We actually have some trivia of our own here. And Jess, I don't know if you knew this, but the theater offices, they were once 4 bowling lanes. Did you ever hear about that?
Bowling alleys?
A bowling.
Did we ever have a bowling team, do you think?
I have no idea. I heard we have a golf team. I haven't heard much.
So wait, we have golf, we have ultimate frisbee, but we don't have bowling.
I don't know, but I would assume that if we had the bowling alleys here, we must have had a pretty stellar bowling team. It looks like we have a slight report. Really appreciate that. Well, I guess we can keep moving on with our trivia, huh?
I mean, we certainly can, so I guess it's my time to quiz you now. So the current chair of Elizabethtown's Board of Trustees, who is it, Nick?
Oh, my goodness. Is it the mascot Blue Jay himself?
No.
Am I close?
Bob Dolan.
Other alumni, and what's your name?
My name is Olivia Freiberger, and I graduated in 2017, so just this past May.
No way. And what's your favorite marketplace food?
My favorite marketplace food is probably the broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken. I love broccoli, I love cheese, and I love chicken, so you really can't go wrong with one of those.
A perfect combination. And also, what's your favorite study spot on campus?
Well, my favorite study spot was probably always my room, but if I was with Abby, who was just on, the same place she would go, which is in the first floor of the library.
Nice. And where did you live on campus?
Yes, that's probably going to be a typical answer that you get, but it's a lot of fun because I get to hang out with my friends. Well, last year and all the other years, I got to hang out with my friends and just, sit on Brinzer Field. We rode a mechanical shark. That was a lot of fun. So it's just a great tradition that we have every year to get together with friends and just have fun with everyone. I was in ECTV as well. We did go to a lot of sporting events to cover those. So that was basketball. I don't think we did baseball, but plenty of lacrosse and soccer.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Any teams that you particularly avoided, like games you don't like watching?
Well, I don't want to diss anybody, but I never really went to any field hockey games. A lot of my family used to play field hockey, but I just never really... There's too many whistles. When you play soccer, field hockey has a lot of whistles, so I kind of avoided that. But I still went a couple times for ECTV.
I feel that. Field hockey isn't my forte either, but I'm sure some people love it.
And the great things about that is you get a lot of individualized attention in the classroom, you make a lot of amazing connections, and you get a lot of internships and opportunities that you wouldn't get at those larger universities. And so just going along with Jess's point, I mean, we get snatched up right away as students, and hearing all the amazing things that people are doing when they come back is great. And I guess that is also why there are so many people coming back to the nest and just trying to pay it forward to Elizabethtown to enjoy the parade and some of the other awesome festivities we have today.
See, now, festivities and Blue Jay coming back to the nest. Did you know that there's an actual...
We're seeing the Black Box Theater. It seems very small, so to imagine it actually held basketball courts like a Thompson gym would is crazy to me.
Especially when we do have Thompson, which is such a phenomenal sports center. It's kind of interesting to think back of, I wonder how small those courts would have been. Would they be half court?
Especially with the bowling alley in there, how much room do we actually have?
True,
all right.
true.
And we do have Tara meeting up with someone else. Let's roll it back over to Tara.
All right, it's my class.
That's so cute. It's so exciting. Awesome. Back to Jess and Nick.
Well, hey,
we
and
are
welcome back.
Sorry, go ahead, Jess.
No, not much. My goodness. So, I mean, we have a ton of trivia. I can't wait for them to actually round out trivia. But so 23 years Elizabethtown's been doing this. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, I don't think we can say it enough, and I know our reporter out there is going to show us more, but the excitement literally tangible here, Nick.
There are so many folks, not just Elizabethtown College students or alumni or even professors, but people from around the community who are coming in to see this parade.
Oh, yes.
And just to see the support around the community for the college as well. It's just really inspirational, and especially where sometimes when you're coming back to your home away from home and
Well, I'm kind of biased towards everyone in the comm department, but I'd have to probably say Dr. Johnson.
Dr. Johnson had
that a lot of the students now, whenever they have an injury or they're sick, they usually have to go off campus to get some sort of medical treatment because the Penn State Hershey Medical Center that we actually partner with is far off campus. Did you know that in years past there was actually an infirmary down in Ober B basement? It was really interesting, actually. What are now the dorm rooms were built with the intentions of serving as the nurse's office. The sun porch was set up to be an infirmary recovery porch. It was never once used in an infirmary, however. In 1960, when it was built, dorm room, I guess that kind of makes sense when you have so many students in a condensed place.
True, true. Let's head back out to Tara in the field. Tara?
Hey, I just found another E-Town alumni. What's your name?
Cody Kump,
Awesome. And what year did you graduate?
2015.
Nice. And what was your favorite year at E-Town, like freshman, sophomore, and junior?
I'd have to say probably my freshman year. When you first get here from, depending on where you came to high school, it was big or small. Just a lot going on. It's a lot to take in. It's a little scary, but it's also really exciting.
Time to come down. The parade is going to be fantastic. We do have some performances scheduled. I did see that Phalanx will be on the lineup, as I feel like is every year. And you actually used to do a cappella here on campus, didn't you, Jess?
I did. I was with Melika, all sassy, classy, and fabulous. So love that. But
memories being there now that you're back, and we're getting a little bit nostalgic here. What are you thinking?
Nostalgia. I would have to say my favorite was going into the ICCA competitions. We were at Penn State, and we had actually came in first in our quarterfinals.
All right,
yes,
everybody,
it was
you guys
my
ready for
junior
some
year.
trivia?
But hey, let's go to them and see what we've got going on.
Okay. All right, so before we do that, by the way, I wanted to call out that there is an opportunity to win one of 4 swag bags. So I think it's the marketing Office of Marketing and Communications.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken. So they've got this awesome thing going on. If you post anything on any of your socials, the hashtag you want to use is eTown Homecoming, and then again,
B, a campus jail. C, Chuck E. Cheese. Or D, Walmart.
Urban.
Let's a little louder.
Urban.
All right. So are you ready for your question? Okay. So your question is, the theater offices, they were once A, a trampoline park, B, a Taco Bell / Long John Silver's, C, 4 bowling lanes, or D, where the Blue Jay, the mascot, lived. So which one do you think it was? Was it Which one do you think? Was it a trampoline park, Taco Bell, bowling, or where the Blue Jay lived?
Feel free to help him out, crowd.
You said where the Blue Jay lived? Try one more. Try one more. I hear bowling.
Bowling.
So Elizabethtown has not always had the Blue Jay as the mascot. For 2 years, E-Town was home of the A, the Jaywalkers, B, the Gray Ghosts, C, the Italians, or D, the Blue Wolves.
50-50 chance of Elizabethtown College being built in Elizabethtown or this nearby town, okay? Was it A, Mount Joy? Was it B, Ephrata? Was it C, Hershey? Or was it D, Mount Gretna?
Do we stump you?
I don't know. Ephrata? I don't know if that's right. Do you have any hints for me?
Victoria, and this is Lily and Lucy.
And did you go to the college previously?
I have a senior here now.
Oh, nice. What's his name?
Her name is Rita. Rita, she's going to be on the art club float.
Awesome. We'll keep a lookout for her. All right. Here's your question. Elizabethtown had an unofficial team for 1 year. It was not a success, and the sport was permanently abolished. B, synchronized swimming. C, frisbee golf. Or D, football.
Football.
That is correct. Apparently, we stunk so bad, they just permanently abolished it. Yep.
All right. We have another one, and we have a prize for you. Here you are. Thank you very much. All right. So we need another alumni up here. I'm looking at you. That's you. So you want those again? Yeah. Was it A, a 9-hole golf course, B, a horse track, C, a well-known go-karting course, or D, the Laser Dome?
This is like the only question I haven't known so far. I'm going to guess B. Was it the horse one?
B, the horse track?
Yeah. Oh, the golf course?
It was the golf course.
Ober B basement. Do you live in Ober?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
In the basement. Wow, this is perfect. This is fate. That was created originally, or intended to be when it was first constructed, a what? A, an infirmary. B, a bar. C, a dance studio. Or D, I'm
going to go with Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. We'll do Chuck E. Cheese again.
Okay, we're going to go with a bar.
A bar. You think the basement, the alum... Yeah.
Or at least for our age, or like a Dave and Buster's. I feel like that would be a huge thing. Cough, cough. E-Town economics. I think that would be a huge
If Carl
game
Strickwater
changer.
could get on that as soon as possible.
Of course, of course.
And at the same time, we talked about that infirmary answer, too, and that could have
We
very well helped
did.
that E-Town freshman. So
if they were listening, they could have heard, a few of them could have heard the answers that we've already talked about.
And I would have actually been very happy to have Grayson and Irvin taking a few of my classes because they seem pretty sure on those answers. I was not a very good test taker. I was never a very good multi-choice answerer. So to have one of them, floats and parade items coming at you here. And the festivities are just starting today. So once again, if you are not here at E-Town, you have a way to get here. Please make sure you come down. We'd be happy to see you. Not only do we have the parade today, but we also do have the men's soccer game, as well as the introduction of the showing of the homecoming court, as well as the new homecoming king and queen. I believe before the end of it, and the alumni were beating us, and it was a very close game, but I did hear later that day that we ended up winning. We beat the alumni, which rarely happens this year.
No, of course, of course. I'm excited to see how all the games go. There's always that alumni rivalry for the current students, alumni. It's a blast for the alumni to come back, relive some of those glory days. Let's be real. But seriously, like, every event here is just so packed with those excited faces.
I think we do have a few more trivia questions if we'd like to review some of those.
We do. So, did you know? Founders was created actually as a living learning community. Founders went all the way at the back of college. A living learning community with the hopes that the lounges would be turned into classrooms and the professors would come to the dorms to actually teach.
That's interesting. You know, I do know that I was an RA in Meyer for
LLCs, but something to learn more about.
That would be one thing that I would really disapprove of if I was sitting in my dorm room watching TV, knowing I had a big
you got a
business
football
assignment
game going on.
up.
Just hey, here's a test for you, pop quiz.
Did you finish studying for that exam we have tomorrow, Mr. Christie?
Every student's worst nightmare, I swear. Oh my goodness.
Well, you know what? Going along with things that used to be part of You're So Famous for Our carrot cake.
That carrot cake. First at Chuck E. Cheese, I was craving pizza. Now I'm craving carrot cake. Maybe it's just like that morning hunger.
I really hope they have some at that homecoming dinner tonight. I'd
for
be happy to
sure.
get some carrot cake and take it home with me.
Definitely would be disappointed if they didn't, but we spoke about failings before. I'm sorry, staple for every homecoming is hearing Brown Eyed Girl and having them sing it to some girl from the audience. It's never Brown Eyed Girl without that little embarrassment. And it's always a blast, so I'm hoping to hear that tonight at the MVP show.
Of course, and we were also talking earlier, at least before the cameras were on us, about Bryce Williams. And I got to be his RA for his first year here, and it's so fun to see him where he is now and say, that was my resident, you know, and get very excited.
Second building on campus.
Meyer was?
Ryder.
Oh, Ryder.
Remember Ryder?
I do not, actually.
Well, Are we oh, no, we're not going to somebody yet. Not yet, but that's okay. Well, it was Ryder Hall was the second building on campus, and Alpha the first.
I do know that. Alpha's been the longest standing building on campus here, and you always see it as you're driving straight up through the middle of campus whenever you need to get to places like Ober or Royer, as well as Meyer. It's always the first one we see. But I don't remember, where was Ryder actually located? I don't remember.
I want to say that was up behind or right next to Alpha Hall, wasn't it?
Like
not
where,
fully
where,
sure.
the
Maybe
High
that's the
Library
new
is
E-Town mystery. Where was Ryder Hall?
It disappeared randomly in the night. Francis used to contain both a camera and a bicycle. The bicycle is currently in storage in Brown Lot. J.G. Francis was the visionary for a Brethren college. He biked through Delaware, Maryland, and northeastern Pennsylvania, raising money to open Elizabethtown and taking pictures, and his statue can still be found out front of Alpha.
And there we go, tying it right back into Alpha. Perfect. But I'm wondering if we have anybody out in the field. There's so many people here. I'm so excited to hear the different views we have. So we have a report out in the field, so we're sending it back out to Tara.
Hey, so I just found another E-Town alumni. What's your name? What's your best E-Town memory?
There's a lot of them. Most of them were the women's storm. And trying to go in there because the women had to be in at a certain time. And I always enjoyed going in and turning the clock back, so it gave us an extra hour because she always knew, the house mother always knew that I had done it.
That's the best story ever. Thank you so much. Awesome. Back to Nick and Jess.
And welcome back for joining us. Super excited. So
we are still waiting on those floats to come down, and I thought they were supposed to start here.
11:35.
I hope they're not too far behind. You know, I hope there's not something going on. We can't have a float fire on the day of homecoming.
All right, knock on.
That
well,
would be.
it's plastic,
do we have any wood to knock on?
No, but
I
like,
may have doomed our parade. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
That's okay. I mean, hey, it wouldn't be live fun action if we didn't have a couple, well, jinxing statements. But hey, so do you have any other?
The steps of the High Library, it is very clearly a center building with wings built onto either side. The center building used to be the campus library, which is very interesting. So Zug actually used to be our library before High Library was there.
Wow, and see, now here's the other little fun fact. Do you remember that they always told us no matter what the weather was in E-Town, the steps of the High Library are heated, so you'll always be able to get to the library. Do you remember that from your orientation tour?
I recall, and there was always that one section of step that had no snow on it while all of the other steps were covered. I do recall. But you know what? Even in my time at E-Town, we did have some classes canceled. I remember we actually had a freezing rainstorm that all of the sidewalks were totally frozen solid, and none of the facility staff had gotten a chance to clear that ice yet. So me and one of my friends, John Wolbert, I hope you're watching, John, we had actually found a way to salt the sidewalks ourselves. We went around hopefully saving Blue Jays who were slipping and sliding on the sidewalks. I don't know how much help we actually did because it was pretty much table salt, but...
Here he is, Nick, the sidewalk savior, saving E-Town. I remember, I remember, but I don't know if you were on campus to remember, the flood when Lake Placida completely flooded over and there was like a solid 2 feet of water over what's now the new bridge and all the new steps.
I don't think I ever
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it was either my sophomore or freshman year, but we got so much rain, I believe it was from some kind of hurricane, but it completely flooded over the lake, and that's why they had to build the new higher up bridge. They had to completely drain the lake. Oh, it was a mess. But for like a solid 2 days, it was right around Halloween, we weren't able to do anything.
Well, that is not the first flood story I actually have heard from an upperclassman. I think when I was working on J. Crew in the communications department, we flooding to where the Dell was actually a place where people were slipping and sliding, and campus security had to come out at some point and tell
we
all
had
the
mud
students to break
diving.
it up.
There was all sort of like people were going down the hill, seeing how far they could go. It was interesting, but hey, we have up ahead. Actually, I'm sorry, you guys can't see it, but we can. There's a police officer in the street starting to direct traffic, so hopefully those floats will be coming down the street super shortly. I know we're excited. I know everybody else is excited. Just want to get these floats.
Truman the Therapy Dog is going to be making an appearance this year in the parade, which is fantastic. He has become kind of a social media icon here on campus, making the lives of Blue Jays so much better. And I remember being in college and just missing all of my dogs back home. So seeing Truman around the communications department and around campus was always a welcome sight.
See, my favorite thing, since we both worked in ECTV, when Andy Williams first brought Truman in, he was this itty-bitty little golden doodle, like super clumsy puppy with big paws, super adorable, and now he's like up to hip level. He's gotten so big.
He is a big dog. Truman will be making his appearance very shortly here, and I do need to make sure I show Truman some love when I do see him.
Oh, well, of course.
I am dreaming of having a dog at our apartment very soon.
Oh, yeah, nope. There's no such love as puppy love. Wonderful. But hopefully this parade, we know it's kicked off, so hopefully it's going to start coming up. But
Tara is still trying to find someone to drag in to kind of talk to them a little bit more about homecoming and how it is going for them. But I guess we should go back to a little bit of our trivia because we still have plenty of that. Elizabethtown has not always had the Blue Jay as the mascot, as we did see in our trivia before. For 2 years, E-Town was the home of the Gray Ghosts.
The Gray Ghost.
The Elizabethtown Gray Ghost. That's so
I don't know.
strange to think about. Huh.
So what would the cheer be? Like, go Boos? Like... Would you boo, like in a positive way? I don't know. So I'm glad we're the Blue Jays and what she's got for us.
Hey, I just found another Elizabethtown alumni. And what's your name?
Tanya McLean.
Awesome. And what year did you graduate?
1991.
Nice. And when's the last time you've been back to campus?
It has been at least 10 to 12 years, so I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome. That's so crazy. It's been so long. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much, and back to Jess and Nick.
Well, got a second to grab a little sip of water here, and also still waiting for that parade. I am surprised at how warm it has been today.
Oh, absolutely. See, now we're getting these kind of temps lately because it's been so warm. We are going to have a horrendous winter. So be ready for that. Be ready for that. It's also probably going to go past March, but at least we're enjoying wonderful weather. Really couldn't ask for anything better today than this weather we have right now.
Well, speaking of horrendous winters, I mean, my junior year, Elizabethtown got hit with the worst snow it's had in quite a while. And luckily, I was off campus for that one weekend, but I came back to cars literally piled over with snow, not from any plows plowing the cars into place, but just for
from
so
pure
much
fall.
snow being falling. So I do love winter. I do love skiing and snowboarding, but at the same time, now that I'm required to be at school every morning,
Oh, no.
having all of that snow will not always be ideal.
I was going to say, I remember that, and as a senior, I was parked up in the apartments, and we were all just passing this like one shovel. Somebody bought like a lone shovel, and since none of us could go out and get one ourselves, we were all just passing it along, trying to like dig out our cars.
Our room to dig out all the snow. Oh yeah, I was lucky enough that a few of my friends ended up stopping by after I was about halfway finished this. Would you like a shovel, Nick? That's probably a good idea. But
Yeah.
you know, you've got to make do when you're a college student. You know, you just got to roll with the punches, I suppose.
Okay, Nick, now I'm getting a little excited, so hopefully I'm not getting too excited here. But we're starting to see the lights. It looks like either an EMT or a fire truck coming down, but they are in sight, guys. They are in sight, so they're at least moving our way. It has started.
The fire trucks are always one of my favorites to see at the parade specifically. It's so interesting to be near those huge machines, and they're such an important part of the community, making sure people are staying safe.
Oh, absolutely. And did you know, actually did a story on volunteer firefighting and like the process to get trained.
I've never heard of that, actually.
It is a 9-month program. And like your first 3 weeks is strictly like weightlifting. Those hoses are 25 pounds just themselves, and they have to be able to carry it one arm up on their shoulder. So if that doesn't show you the strength that even the volunteer firefighters, all EMTs have, it's just incredible.
And not to mention all the gear they're wearing whenever they are going into these burning situations. It looks like we do have someone talking here on our microphone, so we're going to head it back over to the festivities.
To introduce the fine judges that are sitting here behind us. So, Sean?
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. First, we have Caroline Lavani, the Director of Elizabethtown Community Affairs and College Special Events. Round of applause. Thank you so much. Next up, Elizabeth Brongard, Class of 86, Executive Director of Marketing and Communications. What? And next to Elizabeth is Jean-Paul Benowitz, Director of Student Transition Programs and Prestigious Scholarship and Fellowships. Round of applause. And last but certainly not least, Todd Eicher, alumnus of the college, class of 9.
All right, so they are making their way down now, it looks like. But with that said, I'm just going to throw a few fun facts out there for you for the floats. We're all about facts and trivia today. So parade themes are voted on by the student body out of a list of 3 choices decided on by the Traditions Committee of the Student Senate. Floats are designed by student clubs and organizations, and each club has a member of facilities management that's a liaison who works with them to build their float. Materials for the floats are provided by Elizabethtown-based hardware store B&G Lumber, and float poolers and float beds are donated by members of the Elizabethtown community. So we have an awesome day here in store. Remember that hashtag for posting is, do you have that? It's the hashtag there. So make sure you post. You can get the chance to win. With that being said, we're going to have the parade announcements coming up soon. All right, so first up, we have the Elizabethtown Fire Department. The Elizabethtown Fire Department is an all-hazards emergency service department staffed 100% by over 40 highly trained volunteers. In the parade is their rescue engine with tools to perform a variety of rescues, and the ladder truck with a ladder that can reach 100 feet in the air.
That's tall.
Very tall.
About that, how much strength and determination truck and the fire department greeted with a few rounds of applause.
Of course.
Unfortunate for that car, that might be a little embarrassing, but that is all right because we need to keep everyone safe.
Oh, absolutely. But coming up next, I believe now it's the Elizabethtown Borough Police, if it's correct. Okay.
All right, and as we said, we do have it looks like the Elizabethtown Police coming up here, once again escorting the entire parade. So, you know, we have been waiting for a little bit here, and I guess we're going to have to be a little more patient as we wait.
I was going to say, I wonder what we're waiting on, but hey, try not to be impatient, sorry.
I was always told as a child.
I was going to say I learned that virtue is something I lack, unfortunately. Working on it. But you just can't help being so excited. The Blue Jay, absolutely love him as he starts strutting his stuff down the street. Oh, phenomenal. Wait for him to make his way up here, share it with all of you guys.
And I mean, we're excited. I can only imagine how these kids are who are coming out here hoping for some candy from all the different organizations. And it looks like the candy might be handed out now, or is that just a few students walking across the street with some projects? Either way, the Blue Jay is here to bring some smiles to the faces of those children as well as the families, and we always love to see that here at E-Town.
It is, he is. Oh, look at that, just basking in E-Town glory. What a ham. Well, I guess I can't really say a ham, but oh my goodness. What a goober. Goober, I guess, fits better than ham.
I mean, either way, however you slice it, the Blue Jay is always here to have some fun. You know, this is a big special thanks to Joanna Gardner.
To the Elizabethtown Borough Police Department for their support of this parade.
And as we were talking about before, the Elizabethtown Fire Department as well as the Elizabethtown Police are really supporting this parade, and that is great to hear. It takes a lot of setup and a lot of energy to keep everything contained and keep people safe, and we're always happy to have them here.
No, absolutely. So we appreciate them coming through as the Blue Jay struts his stuff for us. Coming through, I'm sure you guys.
Round of applause.
Pause.
Was created by the alumnus Rich
Gotta
Richardson.
cheer on the Blue Jay. Come on, you can't be a true Townian if you're not doing that. So, still loving the camera loving him back.
The Blue Jay is the man with the plan. As you can see, he's always ready to pump up the crowd whenever we are needed. A little bit of pumping up.
Last time he tried
So now I know you guys can hear it. It's pretty loud for us, but I believe next we know it's another fire department. Is this still?
Fire department.
Listen to that siren. Ooh, there's that horn. Can't miss the horn.
Lots of horns, lots of noise. And actually, I do believe the college did partner with the Elizabethtown Fire Department for Mr. E-Town one year.
Really?
If I do remember correctly, they were taking some shots with the firefighters. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for keeping us safe, and ladies as well.
Reams Fire Department is located
and also followed up by the Reams Fire Department.
Northwestern Lancaster County. They serve a population of nearly 10,000 residents and over 140 businesses in West Nongo and Mount Joy townships.
And following back behind the Reams Fire Department, we do have our president, Carl Strickwarda, and his wife, Gail Basinga.
Here he comes, the president.
Director of the Bowers Writers House for driving.
Oh my goodness. Here he comes, of course. I believe, is that a Beamer?
Holding the banner.
It is a BMW, that is exactly right. It is an awesome
Riding
car. And I really hope Carl heard about our Dave & Buster's inquiry, because this would be the time to make good on that promise.
Events, always making sure he's front and center, and he's always going to be the ones that comments on no matter what's going on, to know that he is paying attention. He's not just showing up as a face in the crowd.
I mean, I have seen him in the Jay's Nest, as well as our marketplace multiple times to have lunch with students and just kind of interact and hear what the climate on campus is. And you don't really see that with a lot of folks who kind of hold a position in authority, especially at the college level. So he really does take the time and put in the energy to make sure students feel welcomed here at Elizabethtown.
Oh, for sure. So coming up next, maybe I'm just hungry this morning, but now that I'm seeing a blow-up M&M, now I'm like, you know what? Chocolate. But then
if
again,
they don't hand us any M&Ms, I'll feel like it's a waste of them passing by our table.
True. True. Which way is the wind blowing? So hopefully you're getting the Mars chocolate and not the Farmer's Manure chocolate.
Welcome Mars Chocolate, North America.
Here we come, the red M&M himself, dabbing for the crowd.
This is the iconic red M&M who, you always see them, especially around Christmas time with their television advertisements, but they are actually in Elizabethtown. And I think the Mars, is he dabbing the M&M?
He is dabbing. He's got to hit it hard. Got to hit it hard. So glad my council president, this is Ryan Unger, class of 01. And he is in, is this a Corvette? I'm horrible
That
with
is
cars.
a sweet Corvette that he is riding around in.
It's a beautiful car. Oh, and the Alumni Council. So yay. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. There's our chocolate for the day. There you go, Jess, if you're looking for something to eat.
We'll try to hide them so they don't melt, since again, it is such a beautiful day. So the Alumni Association just went by. Here we come up. We gotta listen to the music at this point. Here we go.
We do have
they're
a small
having
band
a blast.
here.
Oh,
yes,
thank you
so much.
More chocolate.
Now
Yay.
we are getting some chocolate with us. That is very kind.
2016 Homecoming King and Queen.
Yes, I don't
and here are our Homecoming King and Queen from last year. We do have Ricky Castro and Kirsten just introducing our Homecoming King and Queen here, and they are from my class of 2017, it looks like.
And as a quick PSA, they will be crowning
Ricky Castro, Kristen Ambrose
King and
just
Queen
went
this
by.
soccer game on Wolffield,
Harvey's Main Street Barbecue.
Please welcome Harvey's
So,
Main Street
thank you. More candy, guys. We're going to be on our own little sugar rush later today. Harvey's Main Street Barbecue, throwing out Twizzlers. Yum. Oh, here we go.
It looks like
we talked about them earlier.
We have been waiting for.
So hailing from the exotic farm fields of Lancaster County, Phalanx is Elizabethtown College's all-attractive a cappella platoon.
Here we go, guys.
Consisting of 10 singers, this
sing
group
it?
of men is brought together through their infatuation of tight harmonic sounds, soothing and sassy.
Hey, where did we go?
All right, just a teaser. Just a teaser.
Oh, just a teaser.
Actually, we didn't have as much time to hear Phalanx, which is kind of a shame. However, they still do have their MVP show coming up tonight.
I was going to say MVP, get the whole song. Ladies, you don't want to miss that one. It's a blast. And gentlemen, hey, come out and support your fellow gents. Might as well.
And we do have our
And
Organ
coming
and
up-
Tissue Donor Club, part of the Gift of Life program, coming up right now.
Oh, and is this? Yep, it is Heartman, making sure that all of your tissue is healthy.
And next up, we have the education organization with the Very Hungry Caterpillar Field. So, just a quick note here, Ed Org
Oh,
provides
this is
future
precious.
educators
The
with
Very
opportunity to
Hungry
participate in
Caterpillar,
many
and
social
there they
and
are.
service
There's the fruit, but
activities.
who's the caterpillar? The fruit has the
Looks like
the
Joe's
hole
is
in
really
it.
bugging out
So,
over this float.
who's the caterpillar? I wonder.
This was one of my favorite books growing up, actually, The Hungry Caterpillar. I still remember reading that in elementary school, and it is an amazing read.
Oh, wonderful.
We do have our Senators mascot coming.
What a goofball. We are really flying through. So, I mean, I guess that makes up for the time that we lost. So, they're really booking it.
Next
Well,
up
my
here,
goodness.
we have Emotion with the
Yes.
Peter Pan
Now, here's one of
float.
the other clubs that I was so super excited, a little biased on this one. But Emotion coming up. They are never ever growing up. They are Peter Pan themed. I love this.
And you know what? Emotion is also fantastic because at the end of every one of their concerts, they are donating that money to a nonprofit organization locally, which is great. I mean, I remember doing a story on just something that Elizabethtown is always looking for.
Absolutely, and I'm loving this display on the boat. We have Peter Pan and Hook facing off, and then we have Shmi and Tinkerbell also on the ground facing off. Loving all of this. Oh,
right.
The matrix of everything just warms your heart.
A little round of applause for our Emotion folks and a great performance there. Fantastic. I do love that.
Oh, we're being punny this morning, I'm
Looks like
guessing.
here comes some treble. We got Vocaline.
Vocaline, so Vocaline coming up next. They are the co-ed group on campus. There used to be a couple co-ed groups, but now Vocaline is the only co-ed group. Melka all female, Phalanx all male.
And
But
once again,
all
they
talented.
will be here at that performance tonight. So unfortunately, they won't be performing with us today. But if you'd like to see them, come out to MVP this evening.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's going to be a great show. I believe that's at 8 o'clock tonight.
That sounds correct. That does sound right.
So then 8 o'clock. And now, what do we have next? We have something a little spooky. Oh, this is too adorable. But I love the makeup. I wonder who their artist is. I may need to contact them for some tips.
Frankenstein does look fantastic.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
And next we have the Cornerstone Youth Center.
Cornerstone is fantastic, and I have actually had the honor and privilege of volunteering
This
at Cornerstone
center provides
before.
trusting
Cornerstone's an
relationships
amazing
and
way
safe
to
and fun
engage with
after-school
students in the community and
for
kind of
youth,
just let them
grades
know that
7
there
to
are people
12.
there to support
Open
them.
Monday through
And
Friday.
they are
You
always
can enjoy
around,
playing
always
games,
looking for college
skateboarding,
students to
hanging
help
out
them
at
out
the
at
cafe,
the youth
getting
center.
homework
And there is John
for
Myers,
P-Town
who's
college
actually
students.
a very integral part of our Frisbee team. So it's great to see him.
Is
in
he
Cornerstone
really?
there.
Sock and
Oh,
Buskin.
that's fun
Alice
then.
in Wonderland. So the oldest student
So
club
then
on
we
campus,
have Sock and
involves
Buskin,
students
Alice
that
in
come
Wonderland
into
next
the streets,
themed
Relay for Life,
float.
co-producing one act,
We've got
as well as
Alice
doing theater-related
looking
activities
around.
throughout
What
the
a
year.
Well, and I
Shows
am
in
enjoying all of these
Harrisburg,
floats
Lancaster,
so
and
far.
Philadelphia.
They never disappoint here at E-Town.
Oh, never disappoint. I love the costumes, how in-depth all of this is. Oh, they have a skit too.
There was
we
their little
go.
skit, which was very nice. I hope
Nick.
no one's losing their head.
I'm so excited for this next group. Oh, I'm so excited for this next group.
And here we have Melika.
Is Melika.
Next we have Melika.
Anything on you guys.
Hi, ladies.
Melika's
Absolutely
Elizabethtown
wonderful.
College's
We'll see if they
all-female
can do
a cappella group.
anything.
They were
Are they going to
established
give
on
us a
campus
teaser
since
as well?
1995, and we'll be joining Phalanx in the MVP
Hope
concert
so.
this evening.
Looks like
Round of applause. Please check them out tonight. That concert's going to be great.
Melika not disappointing
it.
there. Love
High
that song.
voltage. with the
that's
little
our
engine
alumni
that
song.
could.
So there's that
Coach
little
High
bit of a
Voltage
teaser
is an
so that we're
open
able to come up and
engineering-based
sing
club
that
for
later
anyone
tonight at
with
the
an open mind
MVP.
and an interest in
Absolutely.
electricity, mechanics,
Never
robots,
dull.
and
Never dull for
fun.
sure.
All right, and we do have coming up the High Voltage, the little engine that could. Once again, going off of the
And they're giving
childhood
away candy.
books theme,
A little
another
crowd.
amazing story just about not giving up.
Please
And
welcome
I think it
Silo.
fits very well with High
Silo is
Voltage
here
being the
today
little
with us,
engine
hailing
that
from the
could.
land of baseball and
Absolutely.
Stadium in Lancaster, PA.
And this guy goes
356, and
stylo.
His favorite cheer
We
is
do-
"You've got to move it."
We
move
do
it.
have a few
You've got
special
to
fun
move
facts
it,
about
move
him.
it.
His birthplace
Yeah.
is Mascot, PA. He does reside at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and his favorite cheer is "You've got to move it," as we were just announced earlier.
Oh, we got
so.
Truman the therapy dog as well.
Oh, we talked about
So
Truman
we see that
earlier.
Truman
So
is
here
a
he comes,
4-year-old
making his
Labradoodle.
debut
He's a
down for
therapy
the
dog
23rd
with
Elizabethtown College
KPETS.
Parade. Oh,
Oftentimes
looks like
be
he's
found
been
on the
brushed
college
out. He's got
campus
a
visiting students and
wonderful little
faculty. You can
afro
follow
going
him
on.
Instagram
Truman, just the
Truman
face
the
of
Therapy
adorable.
He's accompanied by his mom.
Absolutely
and
so
Marie
cute.
Rose.
And as we talked
Aw.
about, always bringing
Give it up for
smiles to
Truman.
people's faces, and here he is
Absolutely.
again doing it with a big smile on his face as well. I'm just sure he's very excited to see everyone and hopefully meet everyone later today.
Oh, of course, of course. But seriously, it would take everything not to jump out of my seat and go cuddle the puppy right then and there.
Buddies float with Charlotte's Web.
We do have Best Buddies coming up with
Buddies
the
is a
Charlotte's
nonprofit
Web float.
organization that spreads awareness and encourages the inclusion of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities in the community, promotes equal jobs.
Inclusion of individuals with
give it up for Best
intellectual
Buddies.
and development disabilities in the community, also promotes equal jobs and education, as well as
And then coming
internship
up behind
opportunities.
them there is
That is
Science in
fantastic. I
Motion.
really like
So
the Best
Science in
Buddies
Motion is a
organization. I have had a
common-
lot
is
of
community
friends who have been a
outreach
part of
program
that.
which helps secondary
Absolutely,
schools
absolutely.
augment their
Science in
program.
Motion. Now, we've seen
by
this
sharing important
behind a
resources,
couple
the Science in
buildings
Motion
before,
program provides
specifically
high-tech
Espen
science
if I remember that
equipment to
correctly.
22
That's right.
districts,
It's usually
Lancaster,
housed
Lebanon,
right in front of
Berks,
Steinman
and
Hall on your
Schuylkill
way up
counties.
to Alpha.
And Science in Motion also
And it is
offers
a
the
great
services
way
of a
to,
mobile educator
kind
and
of spread
organizes
the
professional
a
Please
great
welcome the Honor Council with Where the
field
Wild
to
Things
go
Are.
into, and it opens you up to
They
so
were
many
established
different
in
opportunities. So
1999.
Science in
The
Motion really
Elizabeth Town College
opens
Honors
younger
Program
students
is
in
aimed
middle
to
school and
provide
high school
students who
to
have
all of the
excelled both
opportunities that
academic
science
and
can have to
extracurricular
offer.
activities.
Now, coming up next, this is not a Sakara's version, but Where the Wild Things Are is the theme for this next float. Oh, also having a skit. What a cute little skit it is. Oh boy.
And the Wild Rumpus has begun on the float. They are dancing around there, and the King is joining in. Once again, another fantastic book.
Absolutely.
Halloween is
Now,
coming up.
hopefully, we have
Save those
another
costumes.
demonstration coming up here. Another one that I'm a little bit biased about.
Now we have
Elizabethtown
the
College's
Elizabethtown College
dance team. So we're going
So
to
the
show you what they've got
Elizabethtown
going on.
College Dance Team is a dance group that meets twice a week for practice. They perform at events like men's and women's basketball
Aw.
games, benefit shows, and Relay for Life.
And they did. Have our cameraman Andrew Smith up and close there, getting all the action there. Fantastic cameraman and a fantastic individual. So it's great to have Andrew out on the streets getting all that awesome footage for us.
Please
Look.
welcome next.
We found Dory. I wonder where Nemo is. But here comes Dory coming down the lane. Not sure.
The art club works through the year.
That must have been, not sure. Nope.
or year-end
Don't know who
activities and events
Nemo
centers
or Dory was with, but still adorable.
Still very cute.
to museums and
We do have the art club coming up next with a very colorful
Give it up for
float.
the art club.
Oh, let your colors shine. What a great little motto. Very uplifting.
This does remind me of the
Fish,
Here
yes.
we have
rainbow
the
fish.
class
That's
of
exactly right.
2021.
Very
King and
colorful,
Queen.
very nice.
So the class of 2021
Cat in the
homecoming
Hat.
court members are
So this is
Unipon,
class of
La
2021,
Sueretana, and
so the
Emma
freshman
Frenborg.
group. And this is their king and queen. And oh, what kind of, see, I'm trying to identify the cars because they're all so nice.
Another Corvette here, and the King and Queen look very comfortable up on the back of that Corvette.
Oh,
And we do have the Cat in the Hat coming up next.
Student Senate officers and
Class of
representatives, along
21's
with help from
float,
other members of the class,
Cat in the
who serve
Hat,
to promote the interests of the college
and who
and
looks better than
communication
that?
of its students.
How fantastic.
They are branding their float the J in the hat. I can't appreciate it. Lots of red, white, and black on that float.
Oh, we got appearances from Thing 1, Thing 2 coming out of the box.
They stole his hat.
Glad he got his hat back. Then he would just be a cat.
That is the box. I hope they keep that shut. We do not want the Elizabethtown community being,
no.
victim of what happened in the Cat in the Hat movie. If you have not seen it, I will not
Now
spoil
we have
anything.
the
I was gonna
class of
say,
2020
spoilers.
sophomores, the King and Queen. So the class of 2020 homecoming court members are Ethan Waugh and Maggie Fix.
Ethan Locke and
So this
Maggie
is
Fix.
2020, as they just said, their float. The Lorax. Must be a Dr. Seuss theme running through.
Please welcome behind them the float of the class of 2020.
Oh, is there a
with
puppy
the
up there
Lorax.
too? Yes, there is a puppy. He must be the Lorax himself.
See the dog, but there is the Lorax, and it looks like they are discussing or having their own little performance here.
Look at that. So a little bit of singing for them.
Singing
Wow,
and
I wonder if
dancing
any of
for
them
the
are in
Lorax.
Melika failing to vocal line, because that was pretty good. If not,
clear vision of
they
what
should be
this
joining.
Who knows? Maybe they'll jump
Very,
on
very
stage
well.
as well.
Oh, really? And I wonder how much hairspray it took for them to get the Who hair up.
Okay, so now we have
Wait a bunch,
Stephen
maybe
Reel
that's how it stays, and then you
Cassandra
just
Hibben.
hope there's enough in there to keep it up. Unicorn style, who knows?
Well, as we move forward with the parade here, we do have the class of 2019, Stephen Reel and Cassandra Hibben.
All right, class of 2019, there is your junior class and their float. We're getting away from that Dr. Seuss theme. We have the Wizard of Oz. All right, so now we have another musical.
Next up is the
You think
class
there's
of
going to be
nostalgia.
singing?
19 with Wizard of Oz.
And maybe we'll get some more singing. I guess we'll have to find out.
Fingers crossed, that'd be fun. Oh. We got the Wicked Witch of the West. We have Dorothy. And we have a Toto. Oh, too cute.
And there is the Wicked Witch of the, is that the south or the east was she from? I cannot, oh, the Wicked Witch of the north. That was the one direction I did not choose, but you can see her feet right under the house there.
You can, as well as the melting to the west.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That wasn't fake. They really got him with water. My goodness. Well, I guess that's a wake-up call for you in the morning. If you weren't awake, now he is. Of course, of course.
That was great.
Oh
How do you
my
feel, Chris? The
goodness.
live dogs
So
and
Wizard
these
of
floats?
Oz.
It's great.
So far, everybody's
That was a mic drop kind of
floats,
moment.
flates, because I can speak today. Everybody's floats having dogs involved in them, automatically
And
bringing
please
them top
welcome
of the class.
class of 2018 homecoming court.
So now we have the
They will be
senior
selected
class
again
coming
at the
through
soccer game at
2018.
halftime.
To
Giovanni
think
Diaz
2018
and
is
Gaia
graduating
Rossetti.
this year.
Diaz
I'm
and
sorry?
Gaia
I said to
Lazzarini.
think 2018 graduating this year.
That is exactly right. They are coming up here in May, and Giovanni was actually one of my residents as well, my sophomore year.
Really?
So it's great to see him
Okay,
being
we've
our
got the
homecoming,
senior homecoming court
king
coming
this
up
year.
next.
Oh my goodness. So we have the Cat in the Hat, the senior class, senior homecoming court also. Oh, this must be the,
Oh, and
well,
Aaron
senior
Ransom
homecoming court.
and
I'm guessing
Megan
this is
Anderson
currently.
just passed by. Please give it up for them.
Very gorgeous, nice and timeless. Way to
Oh,
go.
I'm sorry. We had them mixed up.
And
And
of
of
course,
course.
all
Out
of the
order.
gentlemen in their nice, nice suits, and I do
This is
love those
Aaron.
ties as well. It's always an
Aaron,
issue for me
congratulations.
dressing up. What sort of tie should I add to the outfit? But as we can see here, Aaron Rathsam has picked well.
Of course. Oh, how wonderful. Can't get enough. Who is up next? I can't really tell. Is this a Jack and the Beanstalk?
We do have a,
So we
yeah,
have
it looks
the
like it is Jack and the
2018
Beanstalk.
Class 2018 Jack and
Yes.
the Bachelor of Science float here. So the
Jack and the
2018 float
Bachelor
was
of
imagined
Science. That is a
No
smart
Beanstalk.
direction to
by
go.
2018 student senate officers and representatives, along with help from other members of the class. They serve
Oh my goodness.
to promote the interests of the college.
We did. We
Oh
had
my
a little bit of
goodness.
rain, and oh, look at the Beanstalk grow.
Oh, how great is that?
Looking for his
Tempting.
bachelor's degree.
Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh
It
my
looks like
goodness.
the Giant has intercepted Jack, but he's stolen the Giant's heart. And now he is escaping down the beanstalk to the earth below.
That is one giant giant.
gotta get rid of.
Oh my goodness.
And Jack has delivered golden eggs to all of the judges, hoping to woo them for a chance to win the competition. We will see if the judges can be bought. If they can be bought by anything, it would have to be a golden egg.
That's true. Not much can beat a gold
crowd.
Oh my goodness.
And Jack trying to sell off the harp as well. You know what, Jack? We'll take the harp right here. Jack, we'd be happy to have the harp. Jack, over here.
Holy cow,
Don't skip
Chris.
out on me.
What
Jack
that
with
does,
Turkey
you
Hill
need a
coming
lot
up.
of cows,
Now,
or at least a few
Turkey Hill ice
really
cream.
big ones.
What's your favorite
like this
flavor?
one. Turkey
You know what?
Hill's
I
giant
have
cow
always
is
just
13
been a
feet tall,
simple chocolate fan.
25
I do
feet
love
long,
chocolate
and
ice
weighs
cream.
over 4,000 pounds.
You know, that is a tough choice. What about you? I will defer to
Black
you. Jess.
raspberry.
Black
all
raspberry
way
ice
through. When I worked out in Iowa, they only had Blue Bunny, which is actually made out in Lamar's, Iowa.
Oh, it's amazing.
And unfortunately, they did not have black raspberry. So Turkey
In Central PA, you have so many amazing foods and things to try around the area. You have Hershey very close, you have Mars, and you also have Turkey Hill.
Take it away.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Chris and Sean.
And here we go. President Carl is going to make his homecoming kickoff address.
All the people who made this possible. I want to thank the Elizabethtown Borough Police, all the volunteers, the drivers. I thank all the people who put those floats together, campus security, marketing communications, IT, facilities. You've all done a great job, and you're a great crowd. Make sure you enjoy all the activities at homecoming. Don't miss the market. Go to the games. Go to the homecoming receptions. I now officially declare homecoming open. Thank you.
Homecoming officially kicked off. Right there, Carl's reporter.
And he always has a fantastic speech planned for every time at homecoming. I guess we'll have to wait and find out which float will be the winner. But it looks like that's it here for our homecoming parade at E-Town. It was a fantastic.
Listening out for ECTV-40, I'm Jess Plew.
And I'm Nick Christie. You have a fantastic homecoming, Elizabethtown.
Stay classy, E-Town.